All right. I have to say, going through all the websites that are being posted in the chat, most of them look the same or are based on the same template. So it is a little tricky to find some different examples. But I did find one that I want to go over that has like a visually stunning design. But I think we're gonna have some commentary on uh, the copies. So Jimmy, Mark, let me know if you want me to scroll through this. This is for Harmony and Coldwell Banker.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm immediately drawn to the design. Let's go back to the top a minute. I want to, so as a designer and somebody who runs a design shop, there's this fixation around legibility and readability. What Harmony has understood, or what she accepted from her design team, was the better reality, which is her name is written in a really clean, nice sans serif, beautiful font. Her mark, if that mark sat by itself, I wouldn't know that it said HS, and I don't care. I like the way it looks. It looks elegant. The lines that lead into it, that swoop down, and the line that comes, it's a completely beautiful design. And I think as a result, it's brandable. It's got all the right, and it covers her whole name. So like it works as a lockup, but it also, if I saw the HS, I'm not gonna even call it an HS. To me, it just looks like it's a swoosh. It's a different type of, it's an elegant swoosh. If I just saw that, I would recognize it as an image. I don't have to understand what it says. The question I would have is, why lead with Coldwell Banker? So when you do the Coldwell Banker line, then brand, what it's telling the world is Coldwell Banker is the main brand and you're the ingredient brand. It is my fundamental belief that brokerage and franchise are the ingredient, that the agent is the main primary brand. So I would, unless there's some rule in the way you can brand with Coldwell Banker, I would absolutely reverse that and have the HY first, the line, and then Coldwell Banker, which communicates main brand, ingredient brand. Jimmy,
Yeah.
I like the video. I think the video is stunning. Again, I would like to know what I'm looking at. So for each scene that transitions, I'd like a link. It's kind of like on your, if you have a, on your TV, when your TV goes to screensaver, it shows images of the world and it tells you what you're looking at. And my final comment is search properties. Can you click on that link? Because I want to know. All right, it's taking me to a main IDX search.
Yeah.
What I would recommend instead is, don't take me here, but take me to yours. And make it really clear, these are the homes that you're listing. These are the homes you represent. Bring me into your product line. Bring me into your inventory. Think like a business. If I go to Williams-Sonoma, I don't get linked to the world of goods out in the world. I get linked to what Williams-Sonoma sells. So if you are a listing agent, and I have a sense that maybe this agent is, take me to your inventory. And if there's only 5 properties, that's okay. Leverage that. I mean, that's fine. There's nothing negative about that. So I think all beautiful leading to this. This is where it kind of like, now it goes from like unordinary and special right back into ordinary.
Yeah.
I would actually offer a slightly contrarian view on that, and I'm curious what your take is on this, Jimmy. When I see the call to action search listings or search properties, I do think, or I do want to see all the listings that are on the market. And I think that the opposite is true, that a lot of consumers, when they see the Coldwell Banker logo up here, they think that they're only seeing the Coldwell Banker listings. And that may not be true. This is all coming from the MLS, I presume. But I think that, view my listings would be an appropriate call to action to show Harmony's listings. But if you are going to offer a home search, I do think it should feel and look a bit more neutral. Almost like when you go to a restaurant's website, you hope that they use OpenTable and they didn't try to build their own reservation system. In this case, it looks like Coldwell Banker or you, Harmony, built your own home search product. And I think the chances of people using this is going to be significantly lower if they think that Coldwell Banker built this. So my recommendation again is on the main site, choose your call to action, whether it's, hey, view my listings, in which case you can boast your credibility about having these beautiful listings. Or if you think that people are going to search for homes on your website, give them a more neutral feeling.
First off, the name Harmony is such a great name. I mean, what a beautiful name. And so in itself, to me, kind of begs the story. Like, this person kind of by their name just feels like an interesting individual. So Andrew, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a site, and if you want to grab it in a link, it's Marie Forleo, and I'm pulling up her about page. Because I agree with Mark, beautiful site, beautiful logo, all that checks the box. But what it lacks for me, it like this, I'm craving your story. And so whether you like Marie or you don't like Marie, like I already instantly see harmony in this shot, right? So yeah, beautiful house, but like let me see harmony and let like this be more about her and what she stands for. And I love what Marie does. Hey, she's introducing herself. Now, Mark's not going to like this because it's a lot of scrolling, but let me just jump to a part of the site that I actually really dig. If you keep going down, she tells her story. She tells why she exists. She builds all the social proof around her. She includes a picture of her childhood. She has kind of her sayings like everything's figured outable. But if you get to the bottom here, there's a section. There's her with Richard Branson, her Oprah. Like, this is us putting like our Zillow reviews and Google reviews. This actually is where it gets interesting. Stop right there, Andrew. Scroll for me. With just a picture of her. And so I actually think this section here probably should be at the top. Now, it happens to be at the bottom. And I actually think when you look at most websites, this is a quick pro tip. And by the way, all of you should go to a site called landbook.com, land-book.com. I think some of the best copywriting is that not the first section, because we torture ourselves over it, but it's a second section. It's a third section. And so like this to me, like I can visualize harmony. I'm here to serve. My company is built on blank, blank, blank. Here's how we do this. We're starting to grow. Here's why we exist. Here's our worldview. Here's our mission. Here's our North Star, whatever that is. So what I would say, Harmony, is I would look to and maybe Marie's not your cup of tea or not your jam here, but I would look at people like Marie Forleo who have these story pages that talk about their mission, their values, and what they believe and how they serve. And I would use that as inspiration to get that in front of everyone. Because I think you have again, I like the Nike swoosh, right? You've got going on here. I like that. I think your name is unique. I mean, like, talk about a unique name. That in itself is something you can lean into. But look for inspiration outside real estate. Look for inspiration outside of real estate to be able to drive this thing home. So hopefully that's helpful, Harmony. Andrew, I know we're over 5 minutes.
I think the moment does call for us as agents, not an agent, but us as a tribe, to consider how upfront we want to be right now. I think the world needs to kind of settle down in their angst around real estate and around real estate people. And I think it's a good moment in time to go, you know what, I think I'm just going to take a back seat, maybe a little less of me and a little more of storytelling around the people I help and their stories, because that'll say a lot more about you than you telling me about you. There's a lot of that example you just showed. There's a lot of her. There's a lot of her. It's really, really, really well done and beautifully put together. That was very professionally well done. It's all of it is highly designed and all the writing is extraordinary. If you're not going to go that route, just what I liked about Harmony's site is you had her name, you had a beautiful logo, but she was taking sort of a back seat to services.
That's right, with some stock video,
Okay.
and it could just be more on her.